Hola clase, eres señora Group. Hoy es martes el 9 de noviembre 2021. And today you are with a guest teacher, or maybe you are in the library, no sé. But anyway, you have quite a bit of work to do, so let's get started on what it is you need to do for la clase de español este día. So after you have watched this video, you are going to have 3 short ed puzzles that you are going to need to complete. The first one is on the verb tener, the second one is on the verb querer, and the third one is on the verb llevar. Remember, tener means to have, querer means to want, and llevar, the meaning we're working on, is to wear. So you are going to click on the ed puzzle, watch the video, and answer the questions. They're all pretty short. This one is just over a minute long. The one on querer, I think, is just less than a minute. Yep, that's true. And then the one on llevar is just over 2 minutes, so it's the longest one. These are just going to review the different ways you can use this verb in Spanish. So we will be focusing on using the verbs in the el and the ella forms today. So now that you've watched those ed puzzles and answered those questions, you're going to move on and work on the embedded Google assignment. You will be writing a variety of sentences using one of those 3 verbs in different ways. And so make sure that you read the directions closely and know which verb it is you need to be using. So let's go ahead and scroll down and look at that embedded Google Doc or Google slide, sorry. So this is called using the verbs tener, querer, and llevar. And you'll just click to the first slide, and it says to describe the outfit to the right, use the conjugated form of the verb to wear. So it is a girl, so it would be ella, and then conjugate the verb that means to wear. Write 3 sentences in Spanish and their English translations. Be sure to use color words in your sentences. So when you are writing your sentence in English and in Spanish, make sure you include a color word for whatever the article of clothing is that you are going to write about. And then also make sure that you're using the correct conjugated verb in your Spanish sentence, and make sure that you are using ella as the subject. Also remember to put the color words where they belong in the sentence, wherever you need to put those in Spanish, and make sure that your color words are matching in gender and number. So that's the first slide that you have to complete. Here's the second one. It's very similar, just a different outfit. Then the third one is on this slide. It says use the list of clothing items below to write 5 sentences about what James LeBron. Whoops, I'll fix that. LeBron James wants. Use the conjugated form of the verb that means to want when writing your sentences. So here are the things he wants. It wants you to use the verb to want, but make sure you conjugate it to match the subject, which would be LeBron James or L. The next slide is very similar, but this time Taylor Swift is your subject. You're going to use the conjugated form of the verb that means to have, because this time you are writing about what Taylor Swift has. So you'll want that conjugated form. Remember, Taylor Swift is the subject, or ella, and then the list of items that she has are right here. Okay, remember to write 5 separate sentences. In these 2 sentences for slide 4 and for slide 5, you do not need to use color. You can if you'd like to, but that is not a necessary requirement. All right, so once you finish that, you've done your 3 ed puzzles, you've done the embedded Google slide, then you're finished for all the work you need to do in class today. These are going to go in as separate grades. So each ed puzzle is worth 5 points, and then the Google slide that you need to complete is worth 100 points. So make sure you get that added on time. That is due tonight by 11:59, or it will be counted late. Other than that, make sure you're working on or have completed your Para Empezar. You can review for your test tomorrow over La Ropa. You can go to class content, do a lead and go, read quietly, or work on any other work that you may have. Make sure you use your time wisely. Like I said, I know it's a lot to do, but in the amount of time you have to work, if you use your time intentionally, you should be able to get this all completed and not really have anything to take home as far as homework, and just have time to prepare for your test. If you have questions, feel free to send me a message. It may take me a little bit to get back to you, but I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I will see you in miércoles. Adios, mis estudiantes.